Okay, here's a garden update at about 2.5 months. We have been picking a lot of stuff, harvesting beans, mainly. We've got a couple of squash, one cucumber. Okay, on the corn is just taking a beating. We've had some storms that have knocked the plants over. We've had beetles just ravaging the corn stalks and the corn itself. I mean, as you can see, they're just getting tore up. So, I don't know. Corn has not been very good this year. So that's rows 1 and 2. There's one that looks okay. Row 3, we have bush beans, and bush beans have been coming in great. We've got wax beans coming in. They're looking beautiful. Taste good. Just picked a bunch of them yesterday. I've got green beans coming in. These guys in the middle, I forget which variety these were, but they are not doing that fabulous. These guys at the end, I think these are the green beans. They did great. The next row over is lima beans. And the plants themselves are doing great. Look beautiful. The pods are coming out, but the beans inside the pods just aren't quite big enough to pick yet. But lima beans, definitely a success. Bush beans, the green beans, definitely a success. The pea plants, well, it was kind of our mistake. We were supposed to put them in some kind of cage things. We didn't know that. This is all an experiment, so these guys are kind of dying. But we did get a lot of stuff off them. And then the cowpeas down at the end, they are just blowing it out. These kind of peas are supposed to grow basically under any conditions. These things are great. They just crank them out. As you can see, they are just everywhere. We've already harvested a bunch of these. And they're kind of like black-eyed peas. They taste pretty good. Moving on to our broccoli row, limited success. But the problem is, we just read that on these varieties, I don't know how they do it, the ones that they have in the store, but these varieties, they just don't produce a big head. We haven't gotten a head off broccoli or cauliflower yet in the past 3 years. So plants look okay, but you just don't get anything to eat. So kind of a waste to even bother. These ones down here have already bolted, so they're pretty much history. On our lettuce row, we have Paris Island romaine. We've already cut these back and they're growing back again. Red salad bowl, green salad bowl, real good. A few spaces. We had butter crunch bib. They're all coming in now. So lettuce, pretty good, not terrible. These, I think these were Copenhagen something or other. Now I'm having a blank. Cabbage. I think these were some kind of Copenhagen cabbage. Heads coming in real good. Nice, firm heads. Those came in beautiful. It's a different kind of cabbage. So. Okay. We come down to the Swiss chard. We have some different varieties. Certainly nothing fantastic. Not very impressive. Don't know why. We'll have to figure that out. Pole beans aren't ready yet, but we got up a couple of temporary trellises. They're all climbing up those and going crazy. Plants look good, so I think we should get some pretty good beans off those. Here is our, I believe, cucumber row. And the cucumbers and squash, we always have a problem. Right when they start producing fruit, then the plants get some kind of disease. As you can see, leaves are getting yellow. I don't know whether it's powdery mildew or what it is. So that's the big part of the battle of growing organically is, we don't want to use pesticides on the stuff. So have to look into this a little further and, find out which varieties grow well and which ones get hit by disease and bugs. So cucumbers, we got one yesterday. Tasted delicious. The next row is zucchini. Plants are hanging in. don't look fabulous, but still flowering, producing some zucchinis. Next row here is summer squash. These guys are still hanging in, producing some pretty good squash. I don't know how much longer they're going to live. They get the same weird disease about this time as the cucumbers. And then the winter squash, looking okay. I mean, still got some disease. There's something going on here. A lot of the leaves are dying. There's one of them right there. But so-so. Doing okay. And there's some, I think that's an acorn squash or something down there. Something strange. And our last garden down here, which was, I think, the second one we planted, tomatoes are getting huge. They're about 5 feet tall now. Tomatoes are just starting to pop up on all the plants. No disease. We've had problems before. These look good. We've got a couple okra plants that we're producing. We have greens, bok choy, mustard greens, collard greens. Those all did real well. Kale is doing pretty well. We have not had any success with eggplant or cauliflower. Same as the broccoli. So that's about it, other than our root crops. For some reason they're going real slow. We haven't figured that out either. Radishes were supposed to be ready in like 24 days. It's been way past that. We've gotten one small one out of there. So, I mean, they look okay, but they're just really not growing right. They're not really producing. But because they're underground, we don't know until we start yanking them out. And that's pretty much where we're at now. So probably here in another couple of weeks, the harvest will be over. And we can take a break from weeding.